All right, today I am here with Anthony Holloman. Thank you for interviewing with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so what do you mean by affirmative action?
Affirmative action is a group of policies or laws that allow equal opportunity for underrepresented and minoritized groups, and that equal opportunity often involves jobs, education, allowing a lot of students of color and women as well to being able to be a part of society when at the time it was just dominated by the majority.
All right, awesome. What are some popular moral viewpoints about that topic?
Um, Some people think that it's a form of discrimination against people who are in the majority. So, more often than not, it's a lot of white people who think that it's a form of discrimination. Some think that it does promote diversity and inclusion because you're allowing students that may have not been able to have that access in the past to be a part. Of or partake in either education or in career paths and jobs.
Okay, so do you think it should be done or?
Yes, but it definitely has to be very intentional. You have to make sure that you are allowing disenfranchised groups the equal access, but you have to also make sure that you are taking into account other subjects as well.
All right. Um, okay, so why? Okay. So we had talked about some general principles, and
hmm
again, just to say what a general principle is a moral rule that applies to the topic
hmm
and other situations.
hmm
So if you just want to state a general principle about affirmative action.
hmm Um, a general rule I would say is that affirmative action is still needed because there are still times where a lot of students, particularly students of color, do feel discriminated against or don't have that equal access, and I think affirmative action has allowed that. And I think. Especially when you're talking about like the Abigail Fisher case versus the University of Texas, that we also need to take into account kind of the other aspects within like a college application because she thought that she was discriminated against her race, but come to find out that her grades also played a part to why she didn't get into college. So like I said earlier, we definitely have to be very intentional about how we use affirmative action to make sure that our college campuses are diverse and inclusive.
Okay. So you think if like a person is in a situation in which they do a certain intention, then they
hmm
should make sure their intention is clear?
Right. Right.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for this interview. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.